He was christened Vincent but preferred Chukwuemeka, which revealed his identity as an Igbo man. Professor Ike, born in 1931 in Anambra State, southeast Nigeria, and hails from Orumba North. Yes, it may ring a bell, because that was the bush his lead character talked about in the popular book The Bottled Leopard. As a writer, he is a blend of two worlds, wit laced with satire, which can also be seen in Toads for Supper. He studied history, English and religious studies at the University of Ibadan, Oyo State, and earned a master's degree at Stanford University. He resigned as the registrar of the West African Examinations Council, but that did not stop him from writing about the loopholes in the system in Expo 77. He is a strong believer that an artist's role in the society is to provoke change. To speak, write, act or dance about the things that are wrong, even if it has to cost the latter his life. He took that risk, not to mention many others, when he wrote Sunset at Dawn, a story about the Biafran War, published at a time when a lot of wounds were yet to heal and there was a firm instruction for writers to be silent about it. But now, the living legend is currently in charge of a village that has been an inspiration in a lot of his books, holding up the lamp of tradition and indigenous language which he believes is being sacrificed on the altar of civilization.
And we're gradually getting to the home stretch, but just before we go, let's take a look at your works of art for this week.
And these are your works of art for this week. Derek Pokuola has Beautiful, So Good to Be. It's done with oil on canvas. He still has this one. He calls it Christian on Ancient. Graphic paint and oil painting on canvas. Then Rotimi Godwin has this one he calls Hope. It's done with oil color on canvas. He feels that sometimes we find ourselves in unpleasant situations that weigh us down, but there is a power within us that shows light and brings hope in spite of any challenge. Lepekeme Joseph has the boxes guided by blue lines. We saw a bit of the series last week, but this one is called Within My Reach, Hope. Emmanuel Anaye has this one he calls Hustle. It's done with acrylic on canvas. People talk about recession and other problems we are facing. A young graduate that has no job, so he has to strive to survive. So he's telling everyone not to give up, they should keep pushing on. Fruity Teardrops is done by Ayodele Shalom. It's an abstract pen artwork. He explains that when he started this piece, he had a concept for teardrops, but along the line, he decided to give it a watermelon feel with the green back, black seeds, and red content. So that's the reason for the name, and it took him about 15 hours to complete. Well done, Ayo. Dada Adeboyejo has this one, his 3-man band done on mixed media. Its traditional merrymakers are fun to watch in any occasion, especially in the southwestern part of Nigeria. They are never invited, but like ants, they sense the presence of sugar hiding, and they just appear at your party, giving you local vibes and songs to suit the occasion. Now, the most interesting thing about it is the bond between them. They're like siblings. They move from one place to another, and they are always stuck together. But their main mission is survival, livelihood. They make money by making music. Olaoye Victor has this one. He calls it Confused. And that is what is really happening. He says that sometimes he doesn't understand what's going on. He feels so much pain. There's so much grief within his heart, especially when he looks at the state of the nation. He gets confused. But chin up, Victor. Things will definitely get better. And those are your works of art for this week. We do encourage you to keep them coming.
And we draw the curtain on Art House. Looking forward to seeing you online where the conversation continues. Till then, thank you so much for making us a part of your day. I'm Melinda Akinami.